landline handsets. Well, leave it to Panasonic, the #1 global brand, to bring us their brand new 2024 model. A set of handsets that gives you every room in the house covered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including the base station. Digital answering machine, call blocking capabilities, so nuisance callers, if you don't like robocallers or telemarketers. Link to cell technology, that means, and you'll love this can connect to your cell phone. So when your cell phone rings, this rings. So now you don't need to talk on your cell phone, you can talk on these. We love these. I have Panasonic in our home from the original set from 2 years ago. This is the brand new model, again, more than ever at our lowest price. They saved it for me, for us, for our holiday host phase finale, only around $1,500 before it's sold out. We think it's the best price going, and we're excited to show off all the features. Because Lori, many of us have not changed our home phones since 1989. They don't have good range, they have bad battery life, and they're not as safe and secure.
I feel like you're talking to me. Oh my gosh, it's so true. And we have joked about this over the years. Panasonic, by the way, #1 global company when it comes to home phone technologies. But if your numbers are starting to flake off and you can't see them anymore, or you don't have some of the upgraded fresh features, this is the perfect time to upgrade. I will say over the years, a lot of people who love Panasonic, the batteries eventually after 10, 15 years start to diminish.
Yes.
Instead of spending money to replace the batteries in the home phones you have now, get the new set.
For sure.
Because now you're gonna get all the upgraded features. Okay, so 3 ways to use this brand new system. This has only been seen, I think it just came out yesterday, so brand new. You're gonna be able to use this with a landline. So if you have that landline at home, you can use it just like a regular home phone system. Now, if you got rid of your landline a long time ago, you can use this with your cell phone. So you Bluetooth this to your cell phone, one-time pairing process, and then this will automatically connect to your cell phone every time you get within range of your home handsets. And then every time your cell phone rings, your home phones also ring. Yes. So if you're that person always running for a call, or your phone is on the charger, you look down, you miss 6 calls and 42 text messages, this is gonna be the system for you, because now all of these phones are going to ring. Or the third way you could use this is both, a combination of both. So with landline and with that link to cell technology. Real quick, you have 5 handsets right here. These are all beautifully laid out, super comfortable when you're using them. Nice big 1.8-inch screens right here. You also have a large 2.5-inch screen on your main base station. So I just want you guys to realize, if you happen to misplace this handset, because you have a keypad right here and you have a speakerphone button on here, you can use this as a virtual 6th handset. So that's a really nice feature as well. So really, really cool technology. Let's do that link to cell. So I'm gonna give you an example here really quickly. I am going to call this cell phone. So this cell phone, it's over here ringing, but look what else is happening. My cell phone is ringing, and I have an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 opportunities to answer that cell phone call via Bluetooth.
Because your cell phone is in your purse, which you left somewhere in the car, and you didn't even know it was ringing.
How do you know me so well?
You see, I've worked with you too long.
That is so true. Oh my gosh, that is totally, totally true. So this is gonna be the way that keeps you connected no matter what room you are in your home. The other thing that this does, which is so cool, is maybe you do have your phone on the charger in another room. You wanna know when that call comes in, they're all gonna ring. But this is also gonna give you a notification if a text message comes in.
Message from dear husband.
I call him dear husband. So now I have a notification that tells me, oh, I got a text that I can go read on my cell phone. Oh, and here's who it's from.
Yes.
Is that awesome?
Yes, it's amazing.
So that's amazing synergy that you're getting with your home phones now.
It's the improvement and the advancement we've been looking for as a reason why we should upgrade our home phones. And I think you'll love that convenience. There's a lot of basics that you need to know. The DEX 6 technology is safer and more secure. It also allows for better clarity and quality, less of that white noise, less of the fuzzy sound. It means that we can go to the bottom of the garden. It means we can go out and get the mail from our mailbox. It means that we have better battery life. If you forget to put it on its cradle, it will still have that battery life for days and days and days on end. So these little features make up to a big, big deal and a reason to upgrade. The link to cell feature, as Lori said, you don't have to use that. Most people do because they prefer being able to talk on their home phone than their cell phone. Your cell phone gets so hot and it's not always comfortable. This is a great phone where now you can chat as if you're on your cell phone. Takes a second to understand because it's a new technology, but people all over the country are loving it. The other thing that this has, which is obviously so important, is that ability to block calls. It's a horrible topic.
I forgot about that. Oh my gosh,
Well,
that's
there's so
one of the
many
biggest
features.
feature.
But Lori, you and
yeah.
I, we talk about this all the time.
Huge.
It's devastating how many of us, how many of our friends and family, neighbors and loved ones are being ripped off.
It's so true.
Losing money on scams. This helps to protect us.
Oh my gosh, my mom, who is a very savvy lady, someone got her on the phone not too long ago and told her that she needed to pay them $300 because she was having a problem with her computer. I don't know how they knew she was having a problem with her computer. Maybe they just took a risk, right? And it happened to pay off. She almost gave her credit card information. But the nice thing about this is with the dedicated call blocking button right here, all you do is tap that button. If a phone call comes in that makes you feel uncomfortable or something makes you ill at ease, tap that button right there. It's going to hang up the call, and then that person can never get through ever again. You have a 1,000 name and number block capability on this system, so that is huge. So here's when you can block a call. You can block a call when the call is coming in. By the way, if you do subscribe to Caller ID service, this has talking caller ID. So it will speak to you, clearly announce to you exactly who's calling. So if you see a number coming in, maybe from an area code you're not familiar with, you're not interested, you can simply tap that call blocking button right there, and it'll say, what do you want to do? Block a single number. You can block a range of numbers. Maybe your ex is from an area code, and you never want to hear from anyone in that area code ever again.
Right.
You can block that entire area code. Sounds a little extreme, but it is a possibility. And then if you do make a mistake or you get back together, you can always unblock it. Yeah, you totally can. So all of these unknown, this is a big one. So maybe someone is calling in and it's an unknown number and you just have kind of a personal policy that you're not going to answer any unknown numbers.
Right.
You are going to be able to block the unknown numbers as well, which is amazing. Now this has talking caller ID, so it will announce to you who's calling. If you don't want to hear from them, block it. If they get you on the phone and you do happen to answer and you're talking to them and you're thinking, gosh, it seems like they're fishing for my social security number, or this doesn't sound right. My mom always kind of has that sixth sense, like this is not, yes, this is not on the up and up. This is a scam caller, and I will tell you now, since the storms that we had here in our area, I have had 4 or 5 calls to my home phone saying, we want to come assess your roof. I'm like, yeah, that's my insurance company that does that. I don't need you to do that. So block. But anyway, on the call you can block, and then they can never get through again. It hangs up the call, or after the fact. So you can simply tap your caller ID button right here, recall that phone number that you want to block, and block it later. So 3 different ways and times that you're going to be able to block. Really, really cool.
So again, you get some idea of these advanced features that are so important. It's also important to say that we very rarely sell these brand new home phones anymore. So we don't typically have them on TV as regularly as we used to do. We only do it when there's new technology, and we only do it when there's a great value to share. And tonight we have the best of both with my host pick. That's why I picked it. I get a lot of messages asking for a lot of things, a lot of requests, and I love those requests when I get them. A lot of people say, when are you going to do home phones? And I thought tonight made absolute sense to make the Panasonic one of my host faves. What I like is that you get the bigger individual island style keys. I liked the bigger display. I like the back illumination. I like that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every major room in the house can have a handset without you having to run around trying to find it. I like the digital answering machine. I like the fact that I can block those nuisance calls, those telemarketing calls, those robocalls. I like the fact that I'm going to feel safer with this. And I also like the fact that it has that link to cell technology. So now, if you want, you can use this instead of your cell phone. You can link this to your cell phone. Your cell phone rings, this rings, and you can talk on here. It's amazing. Once you discover that secret, you'll say, oh my gosh, it's the best thing since sliced bread. We have 9 minutes or sell out, whichever happens first. We are very busy. Lori, I think there's a lot of pent-up demand. I think there's a lot of people who have had their home phones for a long time and not upgraded.
And maybe you really love them, but the batteries are starting to go, or you just want some of the fresh upgraded features. By the way, your battery life here, 11 hours of nonstop talk, and your standby a week.
Huge.
So if these get lost in the couch cushions, if you can't find them later, you also have basically a built-in range extender with DEC 6 Plus technology. It simply means you can wander away from the base from 160 all the way up to 1,000 feet. It really kind of depends on, you know, your walls and windows and all that. But oh my gosh, like you said, incredible range. If you're outside gardening, you can clip this right on with the included clips. You don't have to use these if you don't want to, but we are putting them into the bundle for you. So you can clip this on and never miss a phone call. Big, bright, beautiful backlit screens like we talked about, 1.8 inches. All of the command and numerical keys are all backlit and glowing as well, so you can see everything. You have some really cool features here. So the synergy between your cell phone is amazing. Have you ever done this? You grab your cell phone because you need to get the phone number so that you can type it into your more comfortable home handset.
Absolutely.
Right? Because you don't want to talk on this. This is going to cook your face. This makes everything hot. Or are you like me, where I have that basically one spot in my house where I have good cell signal, and what I have to do is kind of push my face up against the glass in my living room, up against the window to be able to talk on my cell phone in my home. If you don't have a good signal, if you don't have good range, this is going to fix all that for you. And you have a 3,000 name and number phone book right here. So that simply means you can sync from up to 2 Bluetooth enabled cell phones, and you can link 2 different cell phones. You're gonna be able to sync all the phone numbers right onto your home phone so you can recall them in an instant and be able to call without having to look at your other phone to get a phone number to use your more comfortable home handset.
I'm thrilled that so many folks are ordering and shopping. We are on a road to sell out now. We don't have any advanced order on these or wait list available. And again, it's just something we don't typically present as much as we used to. It has to be new technology and it has to be a great value. Most handsets that we've done, and also best features that we've done. Maybe it's the better battery life, maybe it's the better range, maybe it's the better security when you're on your phone, knowing that you are protected with this DEC 6 technology. Maybe it's the ability to block those calls, and I think that is a sore spot for so many of us. We're all agitated and aggravated by people that call us that have ulterior motives.
Oh my gosh,
that
true.
are maybe taking up our precious time away from our family when dinner's on the table. Maybe you or a family member has been the victim of a scam and has lost money, a little or a lot. It still hurts. The reality is it happens all day long and every day, and it's getting worse. So I would ask you, of all the features that this has, of which there are, as you can tell, many, some of which you'll use, some of which you won't use, the feature that I really want to implore you to think about is the fact that you're able to block those calls in an easy and simple manner. That is priceless. It helps to take back sanity, and it helps to protect you against people that might want to do something which is not really what it should be. So that, for me, is the reason why I always want to have home phones in my host pick. I used to have them every time for host pick. I think it's been 3 years since I've been able to feature them. I do want to ask for your patience with so many orders coming through. Obviously, we're on a path to sell out now. Free shipping, flex pay. Somebody's calling, Lori.
Intercom. So intercom system, you get intercom to one of or all of the handsets. So if it's dinner time, you don't have to yell, dinner! Like, it's so much more civilized. These are mostly dead. They have not been charging. So I will tell you about some of these features. There's even a built-in baby monitor. So you can listen into a room. So this is sound detection. It doesn't have to be for a baby, but if you do have maybe grandkids coming over to stay and you don't want to purchase an expensive baby monitor, all you do is set this simply by tapping right here, and once it hears sound in the room it's listening in on, it's going to ring one of the other handsets or call you on your cell phone. So you're going to be able to listen into that room for as long as you want. So if you have workers coming into your home, this allows you to listen in. Again, it can call you on your cell phone and you could be connected listening into your home. See, it heard my voice, so I have it set to call the base, but this could just as easily be calling my cell phone. So that's a really cool, almost a home security type of feature that is built right into this. The intercoms are great. The fact that you have 9 speed dials right here on your home screen, so 1 through 9, simply set those when you get this system home, press and hold, and you've instantly called your daughter or you've instantly called your doctor. So that makes it really nice. You have a phone book of 100 names and numbers that are built right onto this system. If you want to be able to add them just without using your cell phone, you certainly can do that as well. You have tons and tons and tons of features, including that dedicated call blocking button. And again, we love that one because it is political season. And if you are sick and tired of those calls where they say, oh, would you like to vote for our candidate? Would you like to contribute to the campaign and you just want to be left alone, you can simply touch that button. It hangs up on them. You don't even have to think of anything snappy to say like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not really interested right now, right? It's so awkward.
It's so awkward.
You just push the button and they're gone and they can never come back. It's lovely.
But again, this is the challenge that we've got on a daily basis. Sometimes it's hard to hang up and to say, not today. This makes it easy. Maybe it's somebody that you want to buy these for. Maybe it's going to be a housewarming present. Maybe it's going to be a holiday gift. The gift of reducing the number of robocalls and telemarketing calls is a great gift, a priceless gift to give anybody. Final chance, final opportunities, flex pay on any major credit or debit card, obviously coming in at, $139 divided by 5, that number is, let me get my notes out, $28. Also, thank you, Dustin, I heard you there. 883-373 is your item number if you'd like to order. And obviously it goes without saying, this, like anything that we have on HSN right now, is backed by our extended returns. You have till the end of January next year to return it for a full refund of the purchase price. When we wrap this up in 4 minutes, we do have our grand finale item, one of my host faves that is returning for the finale, so please stay with us for that. Obviously, Laurie's gone through some of those really big features. I think some of the instant things that you'll notice is how light they are, how comfortable they are, how back illuminated they are, not only the keys, but obviously the screen, not in a crazy color, but in a beautiful pure white light. So the optics here, it's easy to identify, it's easy to understand. Because of the individual island style keys, it's harder to make an error when dialing somebody up. Little things that can make a big difference, Laurie.
Absolutely, and I love that link to sell. Now, this is a feature you may or may not use. If you got rid of your landline a long time ago, then you can use this exclusively as that extension of your cell phones throughout your entire household. All you're gonna do is Bluetooth connect, and you can connect two at the same time. There's number one and number two right here. So I'm simply gonna call this cell phone. So this cell phone right here is gonna start to ring. So there it is, it's ringing. And then look at what's happening right here in front of us. Every single phone in my entire household, and like you said, one in the basement, one in the garage, one in the office, one in the kitchen, one in your bedroom, wherever you want these, now you're never running for a call. Another really cool feature that I love that I haven't mentioned yet is the fact that this has a voice answer feature. So put the handsets wherever you want them, and then maybe you have a grandparent or a parent who's a little bit elderly, maybe they have a difficult time with dexterity. When the phone rings, they can say answer call, use the power of their voice, and this will go right onto speakerphone. Right. The handset that's closest to them. So voice answer is a very, very smart, very functional feature for so many of us that might have a difficult time reaching for or answering the phone.
I mean, again, things that most home phones don't have, because most of us have not upgraded our home phones in so many years.
True.
Like everything in the world changes, televisions get thinner, smart mobile phones get smarter, home phones have also evolved and they've gotten stronger, they've gotten more capable, they've gotten more secure, they've gotten clearer, they've gotten better battery lives, and they've gotten smarter in terms of protecting us, making life easier for us. Obviously, I wish I had twice the amount of availability that we do. We are final orders now being placed. You've got the flex pay, you've got the return policy, you've got free shipping and handling. And I do, Laurie, just want to quickly say, the more the merrier with handsets.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
Don't you think?
It's so funny. Over the years, some people were like, I don't even need 5 handsets.
Oh, you do.
And then they end up buying extras because you think about places you wish you had them. And once again, because of this incredible intuitive base and it having its own keypad right here, this simply makes it basically a virtual 6 handset. So if you misplace this right here that sits on the base like that, you can still place and receive calls right here over speakerphone. So this is it's a big system. It's a robust system. You may not use all the features, but at some point you might want to link your cell phone. At some point you might want to get rid of your landline. If that happens, you are ready for it. Or maybe you're already there today and you're ready to use all of these features. It comes with a nice guidebook, so it's very, very easy for you to be able to kind of go through the features and see everything that it does and set them up in minutes. You're gonna love it.
Thank you, Laurie Lynn.
Thank you.
We'll see you in 20 minutes
I'll be
for a
here.
Ring Today special.
Where will you be?
I'll be driving home, but I will see you tomorrow night.
Okay, good. Well, as long as you're watching.
I always watch, you know that, and you should watch as well at midnight. I do want to obviously also make sure everybody knows we don't just sell home phones at HSN, we sell a little of everything, including Clinique. It's actually Clinique month at HSN.